Alrighty, guys, welcome everybody. Hope you guys are all having a beautiful day today. Welcome to another live stream. In today's live, we are going to be talking about swing trading. We're going to be talking about pretty much the best strategies, the best approaches. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. We're actually going to cover a day trade as well too. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know down in the comments. And we have one of the largest sales, actually the largest sale for the school, where you guys can use code money to get over like 80% off. There's only 5 spots left for that code, where we have private live streams, quizzes, lectures, a group chat where you guys can ask questions. You guys, we teach you how to build a strategy, how to build that checklist. So, I hope you guys all enjoyed this. If you do, smash that like button, subscribe, check out our school, and let's jump into this here. All right, so today was the day where we traded SPY here, planned out really, really well. Now, looking at this stock here, you guys can see we've seen extreme buying pressure over the past couple of weeks, right? Going from about 513 to 588, which for an ETF, this is billions of dollars of market cap. That's 15% in a very short amount of time. Now, looking at this here today, one of the things that we saw was a lot of continuation after hours, right? It popped up above these moving average lines and was just continuing to get buying pressure. So we had a couple of things that we could have done. We could have done the pre-market gap strategy here, the pre-market strategy here, where you enter on that pre-market high, or what we did here is wait for a pullback and a trend line. So we saw it pop up, it flagged out, we missed that move there, it rallied like crazy, and then it started forming this general downward trend. And I knew this would be the entry point, whether it was a long, whether it was a short opportunity. And so we said, okay, we're going to keep our alert rate above this. As it sells off, we're going to be prepared. The stock sold off, popped up above that trend line. This was our entry point near and around that 586 mark. So now my thought was this, okay, we have that beautiful breakout. We had the crossover on the MACD and an undervalued RSI. So we had all the metrics in our favor, all the indicators in our favor here. Now we could enter there, keep our stop loss just below that lower wick for a possible push, I thought, up to this trend line, which was a beautiful risk versus reward there. Let me make sure we have that right. Beautiful risk versus reward there of almost 2.6 to 1. So risking about $1 to make $2.63, which is pretty nice here. So now the stock continued to rally its way up. We know it had heavy support here on that 50-day moving average line, right? It hits it once. We have buying pressure. And so we just kept our stop loss just below this. So as it's rallying its way up, sold off down below that, and that was our exit on there. So percentage-wise, it really wasn't that much, but luckily we were able to capitalize with a little bit of a larger account here. So it popped up, and it was about 0.2%, which I'll take any day of the week. Because, like I always say, if you guys can make 3% per month, we're in the top 5% of all traders, and we're doing really, really well. And people always want to know, they go, Carter, why do you always talk about the risk versus reward there? Well, I want to show you. Everybody asks all the time. They want to grow those small accounts, like everybody does. So doing this, right, starting out with $100, right, you find a stock like this, even if it's, 100 times over the course of a year, you're risking 1% with a 2.6 risk versus reward. Your win-loss percentage could be 50%. And guess what? At the end of the year, right, you've doubled your account, right? Even if you found there's been a lot of situations where it's like a 3-to-1 risk and reward, right? Now we're like really doubling our account. So, and the great thing about trading is that 265 here, that following year, if we don't add any money to it, guess what? It pops up and it's even higher. For some reason, this isn't working, but I think it's because we got to manually type it in. But no idea why it's not working. But let's go 265. 100 trades over the course of a year, risking 1% with a 3-to-1 risk and reward. 50%. There we go. Okay, so now we're at $700 from that $100 trade. And, even if your win-loss percentage jumps to, let's just say 70%, well, now that $200 is looking at about 1,500, and that's where traders need to focus. So they go, "Oh my gosh, you didn't even make 5% on that trade." No, but I understand the game. I know how trading works. You guys can see it flagged out again, popped up, and rallied up again. So it's been doing this all day, textbook trades, and we also looked at those MACD indicators. You guys can see huge buying pressure down here. This is why we got in, because that huge sell-off. Thought we were actually going to get even more buying pressure than we did, but still worked out really, really well for us. So now that's the stock here that we traded. Now, as far as swing trade goes, we've been swing trading, and it's been, pretty well for our holdings, right? We took a trade on SoFi about a couple weeks ago here because of this general trend line, right? If we look at it, we can see that. Let's talk about our approach when it comes with swing trade. So it's always smart to have that checklist, so that set list of criteria before you guys ever trade. So you guys can see it formed this general trend line, popped up. We missed the entry, at like the 1160 mark or even the 1120 mark. We got in near around $12, keeping our stops below, 11 for a push up to high. So like, you want to talk about how to grow a small account? Well, let's talk about this. So downward trend, broke out, undervalued RSI, MACD crossover, which is a very bullish thing for the stock to do. We planned out our risk management, so entering at about $12, keeping our stop below that trend for a possible push up to 18. Right? Look at that risk and reward there, 3.6. So now we're doing really, really well. You know what I mean? So even if it's 3.6 with a small account, you're look at that, 3.6 to about $2,000, even with $100. I mean, that's $800, so that's how you grow those small accounts. We got mags, and you guys will notice that most of these strategies are the exact same, right? Google's the only stock that we're actually down on. Up on Amazon handsomely. Visa, another solid trade. Like, look at this. Huge sell-off, right? Great breakout. Been riding this trend line like crazy. A lot of great entry points here on this. Then we took a trade on Berkshire Hathaway a little bit ago on that general trend line going down here. Popped up, sold about 80% of our shares. Now I'm like, okay, maybe we'll sell. If it breaks down below here, we're just going to sell the remainder of our shares just for some guaranteed profit and move on to other opportunity here. But overall, great trades. We got QQQ rallying up like crazy. We got VU rallying up like crazy. We got Meta rallying up like crazy. And all these, you'll notice, are very similar, right? As we zoom out here, you guys can see, let me show you guys here, just these general downward trend lines, right? The great breakouts and then the rally up. Now, and the thing here too is a lot of these, what we did is we averaged down. So as the market started selling off, we were able to sell, to buy more and more. So once the market recovers, even just this small move, our average cost is so low that we're up very well on this trade. And another thing that we do is as these stocks sell off more and more, if it sells off 6% or more in a given week, we double what we normally put in. So worked out really, really well for us. Now, opportunity-wise here, I do think we have a lot of great stocks on watch here. We got MP on this trend line going up, waiting for the breakout there. We got another one here, and this is ticker symbol AVA. Look at this trend line. Like crazy. It looks really, really good. Could see a little more sell-off, I think down to like 37 in that range, but definitely one to leave on watch. We got GFL on that short side. It had honestly a nice short opportunity for a short trade. Hit that resistance point, sold off a little bit. We got FNF here, heavy support on that 200-day moving average line. Could see a nice move going higher. EVRG here, another 90-day moving average play we could see, or even a sell-off down to 62. We got SO, similar. We got all of these great opportunities. NVIDIA squeezing up. We got Apple, Tesla, and then SPR. So, NVIDIA, Apple, Tesla, and SPY are the stocks that I just leave in here to day trade if there's, an opportunity. So, guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed this. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. But these were the plays, these are the strategies, and this is how you grow a small account. It's nothing too crazy, just focusing on those base hits and understanding the game. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. And if you want to learn more, check out our school, Code Money, for literally 80% off. So I'll see you guys in there. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like,